How's it going, guys? I'm ExxotikGaming, and today I am here with another Pixel Gun 3D weapon review. And today's weapon review is on the premium weapon by the name of the Hippo UP2. The Hippo UP2 is a relatively new weapon to this game. It came out in one of the most recent weapons to Pixel Gun 3D, along with some of the other animal-related weapons, like the tiger and the pit bull, and despite it being kind of odd-looking when you see it here on the left-hand side of your shop menu screen, it actually is a pretty decent weapon. As long as you manage to join a match where not every single enemy player has adamant armor and the storm hammer, you should be able to take out a decent amount of people with this weapon. This is a definite close range weapon. Do not try to use this weapon in medium to long range, because you will find this weapon is very similar to some of the other weapons that I can just name out here right now, like the avalanche, the plasma rifle, the plasma releaser. All of those weapons are weapons when you fire, it doesn't instantly hit the enemy player, like, for example, the prototype. Okay? The second you fire the prototype, if that person is in the crosshair, they're screwed. You're going to end up hitting them. But with a weapon like this, that's not the case. Somebody can easily dodge, I'm just going to call them hippo blasts, because it does have a lag time when you first fire the weapon and when that finally hits the enemy player. Here's an adamant armored player. It is quite a decent amount of shots to take them out, so that's why I would recommend not joining a match with adamant armored players. But if you find a match where there's like gold and ruby armor and stuff like that, you should be able to take them out pretty easily. It does not look the best in the world. I thought this would look a little bit cooler, like, say, the tiger, but hey, you know, what are you gonna do? It's a hippo. You're holding a hippo, okay? This is definitely one of the weirder weapons, for sure, in Pixel Gun 3D, but it's not bad by any means. I mean, I've never really joined a match where I just fail completely. Now, there have been times where, like I said before, this is a rage-inducing weapon where I feel like I could get a kill with, say, the Hellraiser, but this one, you just can't, because there's a lag time when you actually fire. So keep that in mind when using this weapon. This is not going to be one of those weapons where you are just going to always win a match. You do need some level of skill when using this weapon if you want to actually win that match. You have to account for that travel time. So if somebody is a decent ways away from you, just figure out which direction they're moving and fire a little bit ahead of them, so by the time that person actually reaches the part where you're firing, you'll actually be able to take them out. So, I mean, as you guys can see there, I'm not firing directly at this person. Of course, I did die, just because he did have a much better advantage with a different weapon than me, but you can still be able to take people out if you do use that tactic. It's a very important tactic. You're not going to be able to get any kills if you do use this weapon in just a standard way like you would use an assault rifle, so keep that in mind when using this weapon. Headshots are imperative. It's going to be more than half of an entire clip with using this weapon if you do not get headshots to an adamant armored player. So you have to get those headshots. Always get those headshots. If you don't, then just prepare to die a lot. But if you do manage to get those headshots and you go up against, say, a gold armored player like I have gone up against right there, you should be able to take them out. Like, I'll show you guys, if that guy is still right here, how many shots. Well, he's dead, but it's probably, I'd say, at most 5 to 6 shots to a full gold armored player. And it does shoot pretty quickly, so that's not bad by any means. Here's a ruby armored player. Of course, I died again, but that's what you do. You die a lot when using this weapon. I, for sure, am not the best player in the world, so do not expect amazing multi-kills when I use this weapon. Ruby armor is probably the max where you should go up against enemy players with using this weapon. Anything greater than that, my best advice is, if you see somebody with adamant armor, switch over to some other weapon which you know you can take them out with, like your Secret Forces rifle or your laser minigun, or any weapon which you know you can take them out better than with this one, because this one is very, very difficult to take out an adamant armored player with. You can still do it, like I just did right there, but it's not always going to happen. I'd say about 1 out of every 4 times you encounter an adamant armored player, you're actually going to be able to take them out. So, keep that in mind when using this weapon. This weapon does run out of ammo pretty quickly, so be careful when you fire this weapon. It does seem to have a lot of ammo, but since this weapon is pretty difficult to use and you end up wasting a lot of ammo with this weapon, you're going to find that you will actually run out of ammo pretty quickly. So keep that in mind when using this weapon. I mean, as you guys can see right here, I just went through an entire clip right there going for a little over 1 single player. So that's a very important feature with this weapon. You have to worry about that constantly when using this weapon, or else it's just you're going to run out of ammo and end up spending 3 coins a lot of times for more ammo when using this weapon. As you guys can see, when you do hold down the firing button, it does get slowly less and less accurate, so that's another important feature with this thing. I would not recommend wasting an entire clip holding down the firing button the entire time, because if somebody is any decent length away from you, it will become pretty inaccurate of a weapon. So fire a bit, and then stop, and then fire again, because as soon as you don't see some enemy player, then just stop firing, okay? It's just, you're just gonna waste a lot of ammo if you just hold down the firing button for a long time. I've been in matches where people just use the firing button so much, and I'm just like, you're not even firing at anyone, so what is the point of doing that? If you see somebody without any armor whatsoever, you're pretty much guaranteed to take them out. I mean, hey, if you can manage to join a match and you're a lower level player and not everybody has adamant armor in the Stormhammer, you're going to get some pretty good gameplay with this weapon. You probably will win matches when using this. But if you're in a match like I'm in right now, you're probably not going to win that match. It does look pretty cool when you fire it, those little hippo blasts. I don't know what I would call them, what you're firing out of this weapon, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump into a different match than the one that I was in. That one was just filled with Adamant Armor Stormhammer users, and I didn't really want to have to deal with that when using this weapon, because you're just not going to really get any decent gameplay. So, keep that in mind when using this weapon. Just do what I'm doing. Leave the matches that just are filled with OP weapon users and join a match which is pretty fair, okay? Like this one that I'm in right now, I'm pretty sure this is a no-kill map, and if this is a no-kill map, hey, take the advantage. Make sure to get pretty close to whoever the heck is not really killing, and then just fire away. Get a bunch of kills super quickly when using this weapon. I mean, as you guys can see, here's one, and then we can go find another enemy player, whatever the heck is the next person. Here we go. 2, 3. Was that 3 kills? No, that was just 2. But still, it's alright. I mean, if you join no-kill matches with this, you'll find some very, very good gameplay when using this weapon. I like it. I like it a lot, especially when I'm not in matches with Adamant Armor. Like I said before, it is rage-inducing if you do join matches like that, because, like, if I use, say, the Prototype or the Secret Forces rifle, I feel like I can take somebody out with those weapons, but with this one, it's almost impossible. I'm gonna turn off the chat real quick here, just because these people are saying stuff. Hold on. Off. There we go. Let's resume. And, yeah, let's just go continue on here. I actually was able to win that match, so if you join a no-kill match, then you are able to win, so that's another plus. As you guys can see, always just counteract that travel time like I was doing right there. Unfortunately, I was a little too late, and that person already went through the door, but you always need to counteract that lag time, and if that person is any decent range away from you, you have to fire, you know, somewhere a decent range away. So, let's go see if we can find some people here. I mean, this match is filled with people who don't really have much armor, and that'll be pretty easy to take most of them out, which is good. This is a match that I would recommend you guys going in when using this weapon. This weapon is so similar with the Avalanche, so my personal opinion is if you have the Avalanche already, don't get this thing. This is almost a copy of the Avalanche, just a little slight difference with things. It's not enough of a difference to really have both of these at a single time. Now, if you just have an excess amount of coins and you can just splurge on whatever the heck you want in this game, go right ahead, get it. But if you are tight on coins and you already have the Avalanche, don't get this thing, okay? It's just not much of a difference between those two. But if you do not have the Avalanche, my personal opinion is go with this one over the Avalanche. As you guys can see, the Avalanche, I actually think, has a slightly less area damage. It does have a scope, so that might be a determining feature, but I just like the Hippo more than the Avalanche, in my personal opinion. I don't know, you might want to get the Avalanche just because it has a scope and then it becomes a little bit more accurate, but then again, you never should use those weapons at long range, so you don't really need to use the scope most of the time that you actually are using the weapon. So yeah, I mean, the scope is pretty much useless. You don't need a scope on this one, in all honesty. If you use this weapon in close range, obviously, get a range far enough away where people with melee weapons cannot take you out. Like, that guy has taken me out several times with his Dark Force Saber. That person, oh, he had the prototypes. There was really nothing I could do with that. But if you are too close to somebody with a melee weapon and you use this weapon, it's not going to be a one-shot weapon. So that person with the melee weapon is probably going to win against you. So keep that in mind when using this weapon. I mean, as you guys can see, a diamond armored player, it's like at most 4 headshots to them, which isn't bad by any means. It's pretty good. I like it. I mean, as long as you join a match that does not have those adamant armored players. So it's a all-around pretty decent weapon. In all honesty, if you are tight on coins, this is not a necessity. This is not a necessary buy. I would not recommend getting this if you just want the absolute best weapon. In my personal opinion, if you want a weapon in the premium section, you should probably go for an area damage weapon, because that's kind of what the premium has turned out to be, the area damage weapon section. So my personal opinion is, okay, I don't know what these people are doing, but it'll be some pretty easy kills against them, or nuts. Or not. Somebody else killed me just in time to be able to do that. But it's not a necessity, guys. I would not recommend it. You don't need it at all. I mean, if you want a fun weapon that just, it requires a lot of skill, like I said before, you need a lag time and you need to counteract that. And I mean, this might be something you might want. Not entirely sure why that guy just jumped out into the Oblivion area. Oh, that was, you know, it's just another easy kill when they respawn, so nothing that I'm really complaining about. It's just easy kills, guys. Easy kills. Multi-kill, monster kill, whatever the heck freaking kill it is, I have no idea. It's an ultra kill. Why not get a monster kill? Never mind, that guy just popped out of nowhere. But if you want a weapon in the premium section, get the Solar Power Cannon UP2. This is by far my most favorite weapon in the premium section. You can get the Dragon Breath, that's another very good one. Get those two. I actually like the Tesla Cannon a lot, that's another good one. The Big Buddy. I like the Mines Launcher. And I also like the Base Cannon. So pretty much any of those weapons I would recommend over this one. You can get it depending on which level you are. Like, obviously get the Base Cannon if you are a very low level player and you can't even unlock this one yet. But if you're a high level player, just go for it and get the Solar Power Cannon UP2. Because I promise you, you'll get 10 times better gameplay with the Solar Power Cannon than you would with this one. I mean, I'm actually going to probably die from this guy. I mean, I died from him, but there would have been no possible way I would have died if I had the Solar Power Cannon. It just does not really work like that with this weapon and that weapon. So, yeah, guys, I don't really have much else I need to say about the Hippo. This is a pretty inactive match. It's actually very calm. Like, there's 2 players that aren't even doing anything, and this guy, I don't even know what the heck he's doing. They're obviously doing some weird things. That's why I turned off the chat. I saw this guy putting links up to websites that were not very appropriate, so that was why I turned off the chat. Don't visit those websites, please, guys. Don't, okay? Unless you want your parents to yell at you, then in that case, hey, go. I don't even know. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this weapon review on the Hippo UP2. If you guys did, then be sure to hit that like button, comment, favorite, and subscribe to my channel for more Pixel Gun 3D weapon reviews. Be sure to check out every other weapon review I have done on my channel. I have done a grand total of, I believe, 104 weapon reviews, so you guys should check every single one of those weapon reviews out. You can check out my reviews on each of the weapons that I recommended you guys to have. The Solar Power Cannon, I would recommend you guys to check out my reviews on, let's see, the ones that I just said, the Solar Power Cannon, the Avalanche, the Dragon Breath, Tesla. Actually, I haven't reviewed the Tesla Cannon yet. The Big Buddy, I reviewed the original version of it, and the Mines Launcher and the Base Cannon. I've reviewed all of them, but the Tesla Cannon, so you guys should totally check those out. The Tesla Cannon, along with some of the other weapons that came out in an older update, I will review directly after I finish each and every one of these reviews on these newest weapons, so that's why I've kind of been on a roll with weapon reviews. I've pretty much only been uploading weapon reviews just so I can get all of those out of the way, and then I can get to the more fun stuff like my random weapon gameplays and my colored weapon gameplays and Deadly Games episodes and 1v1s and every other series that you guys know and love on my channel. So, thank you all for watching, and let's go right up until we die here, like I always usually do. I got 1 kill right there. Probably gonna die now. Oh, 2. Okay, I'll take that. I'll completely take that. See if we can get it 3. Nope, somebody has the pet dragon. Actually, I'm in far enough range away. Alright, well, we died. So, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.